Has the AI stock rally peaked? I'm Lisa Bernhard with Reuters, and joining me today is Rob Haworth. He's of US Bank Wealth Management. Rob, we're in the midst of the Nvidia Developer Conference, and the CEO unveiled the new AI chip. It's the Blackwell 200, which is up to 30 times faster than the previous chip. The stock was actually down this morning. It's bounced back a bit, but in any case, it hasn't been an overwhelmingly positive investor reaction, and other chip stocks are down. Have we finally hit the peak of this current AI rally?
I'm not sure it's the peak, but we've certainly seen a lot of progress for AI stocks over the last 12 months. And I think it's about time for a pause to try and refresh this sector, right? We're certainly seeing some rotation towards industrial and cyclical names in the market at this point. And I think investors have already priced in really quite a bit of earnings growth for these companies. I think the key question that follows next is not just how do we get that technology embedded, but what do we do with it? How does it start enhancing productivity across businesses? And how does this get monetized beyond faster and faster chips?
So can we expect at this point, despite some people who do what you do, telling me that Nvidia stock has plenty more room to perhaps it doesn't run after this?
Well, yeah. I think for us, we think in the long term, this is a place people have to be, right? Technology is a long-term, long-run growth sector. But over the last really few months, we haven't had much of a catch-up from the rest of the economy. And for the market as a whole to be healthy, we really need to see some catch-up from the cyclical industrial names, because we have such a good economy right now. The economic data has been very good through the end of 2023. And even though it's a little slower to start 2024, it's still on very solid footing, and that should benefit more names than just technology.
I'm going to switch to retail because Reuters had an exclusive today that the family that owns Nordstrom, named Nordstrom, is thinking about taking that retail chain private. And we know that Macy's has also been seeking a buyer. Now, retailers have been struggling for some time, particularly department stores. What is in it for a buyer of stores like these?
Yeah, I think, and coming from Seattle, this is obviously close to my own heart here in the city, but I think for a buyer, they're really looking at how do you create enhancements to go to where we're going to be in retail next. We've had big footprints for department stores with lots of real estate that maybe we don't need that much, but what does that space look like in order to showcase their wares, because that's so important to buyers? And then two, what is the retail space really going to be? What is going to appeal to consumers? And so I think that optimization is what would appeal to a new buyer here, is getting to whatever the new retail model will be.
Okay, finally, it is the Federal Reserve's two-day policy meeting. Today's day one, and tomorrow, of course, we'll get the statement and we'll hear from Jerome Powell. What should investors be looking at particularly in terms of clues for when rate cuts might begin?
One, we want to see the summary of economic projections. So has that median expectation from a Fed voter changed? Are they still thinking it's 3 cuts, maybe more, maybe fewer over the course of 2024? And two, the other thing we're really looking to examine is what's going on with their balance sheet reduction. They've been trimming their balance sheet by $95 billion a month. Are they going to slow that pace, meaning they're going to hold on to more treasuries and more mortgage-backed securities, or are they going to keep it the same? So I think we're getting to this point where we're going to have to see what is the Fed going to do ahead of those cuts before they get ready to really announce those cuts. And really for us, this is on the back of such strong inflation data that the Fed probably is not in a hurry to trim rates just yet.